think this whole beef is pulling out a lot of bitch assness in people. I say it lightly, maybe. I'll say it with my chest. To be who these artists are choosing to be amidst the beef, it's interesting because Lil Wayne could have easily just said, Kendrick deserves this. Or my guy got it. Those are some real nigga options that one could have chosen. Drake could have easily bowed out and lost. But
he want to scream round too.
He wants to choose to take the
6 months later
opposite of a real nigga choice. So it's bringing out a lot of characteristics in these artists.
And apparently retiring some too, because word on the street is that's where J. Cole is headed.
I was surprised with J. Cole. You know, it started there is when I started to see a lot of these finicky characteristics that I was just unfamiliar with, now especially being a fan.
Now listen, we have one of the a big J. Cole fan up into the battle.
I can't say I have anything against Cole or Port Antonio because I like that song, but this song that he put out to Kendrick was horrible. This nigga literally tried to go To Pimp a Butterfly and said it was overhyped. I said, what?
Relax.
I said, what? You know that's not true. You know that's not true. Like, so that's probably why he recanted, because he was like, man, I done messed up already.
And it goes back to what you just said, Kia. It just brings it out.
It just brings it out.
I don't equate the apology with bitch assness though.
It has
that is
hint.
Definitely bitch assness in hip hop,
bro.
Yes,
in hip hop.
In hip hop, yes,
but
you're right.
Are we not evolving?
Yeah, we are, but we're not losing our code.
Exactly.
Like, you don't just...
You can't lose it.
Yeah, I mean, he did get challenged. You know what I mean? I can see.
Just keep it hip hop. Keep it Pete.
That's it.
If you step up and then you back out, just be prepared to get clowned.
Go home, Jermaine.
Welcome back to another episode of Music for Breakfast. This is the most important million lover here. I am your host, Octavia March, alongside my music friends.
Chip J. Manning, aka Schoolville, in the building.
What's up? It's KC, aka Kia.
You already know it's your girl, bro, Roulette.
Be sure to like, subscribe on your way in, you know what I'm saying? Become a regular, because we're going to do this on the regular. We're going to commit all 2025 to doing this on the regular, starting right now, because K-Dot has dropped an album, GNX, and we're going to talk about it right here, right now. Kia, let them know who we are and what we about to do.
So what's up, and welcome back. To reintroduce who we are a thought-provoking platform intertwined between music to set the vibe for every episode while providing a conversation that is all opinion-based on cultural topics. We're always checking the facts to make sure that we come correct to the function, all right? And on today's episode, we will be talking about Kendrick Lamar, the album, the beef, the Super Bowl. Tay has a top 5 music playlist to match the vibe. So let's jump into today's show.
That's right. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe on your way in the room. Right about now, we're going to dig into the first topic right here on Music for Breakfast. Or should I say, this is
Music for Breakfast.
Let's talk about the album GNX, you guys. What was your initial thoughts? Whoever wants to go first.
An album full of bops. Like, usually you don't have that from Kendrick. The majority of this album was more so up-tempo, a little simpler than what we may be used to, but it was just refreshing. Like, so much better than a lot of the stuff that's coming out right now.
I think that he heard when, the battle was going on, some people like it more simplistic, versus having to think all the time. So he just laid it out bare and was just like, listen, I'm going to make it simple and plain, and I'm going to put it over a dope beat. And not only a dope beat, but I feel like he is reintroducing a new sound, from a sound that we know and are familiar with if you listen to West Coast rap, it reminded me of like when Dre and Snoop was out, or they're still out, they got a new album out now, or coming. But Dre had a sound, Snoop had a sound, Death Row had a sound, you know what I'm saying? NWA even had a sound, and Northern California, the Bay Area, they have a sound. And I feel like Kendrick just paid homage, like he says he always does, and gave us a sound to vibe to, a new sound for the West Coast, and a familiar sound all intertwined in one. And I'm just glad that it's out, and I'm glad that people can listen to it and not all vibe and dance, but if you really listen, you're going to also get something, which is what I absolutely love.
I was on my way to pick my daughter up from school, so it was perfect timing. I'm pulling up in the carpool line, bumping bop, 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 bop. It was refreshing to hear just something from the West Coast. My blood was pumping. It felt good. I was excited going into the album when I realized, this is specifically a West Coast album. I haven't heard something like this in a really, really long time. And it was a good body of work. He, of course, is Kendrick. He's going to take his time and deliver every time, which he did. I listened to every song twice. I ran it back. It did not disappoint. It still has not disappointed. It just was a great body of work, hands down.
To piggyback off of what all of y'all said, actually, it just was refreshing to just hear a completely different sound that, like, I think we all said it, like, we haven't heard in a while. Everything just kind of has its sound now, and I think he just, to what you said, Tay, he literally, and I know he wasn't doing this, but it felt like Dot was just literally listening to every comment that every person ever had to say about him or his music. And he said, okay, this what y'all want? Packaged it up. Didn't even tell nobody it was at the door. But here you go. Yeah, it was a dope album. Still listening to it to right now.
What's your favorite songs off the what's your favorite song?
Squabble Up.
Okay, Squabble
Up. Yep. Squabble up.
Jay?
Probably Man at the Garden. I'm still gonna hold on to that for a while. I go back and forth. It changes every day. Sometimes the Heart Part 6, of course, Squabble Up, TV Off, like all how can you pick for real?
TV Off is the vein though.
I think TV Off was Gen Z's initial favorite and any young person's initial favorite, because when he yells mustard, it just, at first I was just like, oh my gosh, like I was cooking, doing something I really like to do, which is cook. And I was cooking, and then my sister sent the album. I was like, what? I was like, no way. I said, this is a song? Okay, it's a song, Because Jay sent a song.
Whacked Out Murals.
And I was like, okay, this is a song? Okay, cool. But when my sister sent, she sent the whole album. I was like, wait, it's a whole album? I was like, Lord, thank you. Oh my gosh.
My birthday.
Right. And that Christmas day was literally, I had the best day ever.
Like I was riding to work, and my cousin had just sent me the album cover. And so I was just like, what happened? So she sent me the album. And then I just had to process we had an album. So I think I just kind of skipped around.
And immediately me and you started going back and forth in the DMs. Immediately we just started going, oh my gosh.
It was like world stop.
For real.
But when that TV off, when that joint came on, I hit you up, Tay. And I had told you I had to, as soon as it got to the beat breakdown, and then you got the mustard, I had to stop and go back, rewind. What just happened? I had to reprocess the track again. And every time it came to that part, it was like, whoa.
When I heard the first mustard, what? What did you just do? What did you just do? Buddy, what? Buddy, rewind. Let's run that back. Man. I had to make sure that it was real. Did this fool just holler?
He hollered.
Holler. the throat.
Like a Super Saiyan.
The movie Precious, where Monique was talking to Mariah Carey about, you think you know every damn thing. And she, That was me when that mustard came on.
And it was so fun because, like, I didn't really know where it was going when he yelled that mustard out. I had no idea, like, I'm like, was this fire? Did I like this? What is about to happen next? Like, how did you just do this?
I thought it was about to transform or something.
Yeah, it was just like real dynamic.
Like, what is happening?
It was real dynamic from like a listener's point of view. Like, I'm listening to this, but I have no idea what's really about to happen right now.
What is happening?
Am I ordering food? Like,
What's y'all least favorite?
my least favorite is Luther. I know it's a super unpopular opinion, but
it does sound like the other song. It does sound like the other song that
Loyalty?
I could live without that song on the album. I'd be fine.
No, I can't.
I love the sample though. Like, I didn't think the sample was gonna work when I first heard it. I was like, dang, why they use that sample? But
Oh my gosh, that beat was so fire.
But
Yeah, it was real creative.
the very first time, the very first time you listen to something, you're a little extra critical about it. But by the time the song ended, I was like, yeah, I like it.
Man, that beat was so cold. The way that they inserted the samples.
Oh, it came in beautiful.
When he paused for a second, this world, I loved every single piece of that beat. The only thing that I could have lived without, or I wish that was redone, was the hook. Like, I felt like it was too busy. It was, I didn't like the, I didn't like that too much. I did not like Kendrick harmonizing with SZA on the bridge. I felt like that was a vibe. I felt like that was a vibe by herself. Like, like when the first verse goes and then she comes in, this world, concrete, flowers grow. I felt like that by herself, that was lit. But then the hook comes in. I'm not a fan of the it was too busy for me. I just felt like it should have been written a little differently. I didn't like that too much.
See, I like them together.
So where would y'all rank the album in Kendrick albums?
Well, my favorite K-Dot album is To Pimp a Butterfly. I mean, my second favorite would be Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Like, it's Grown Man K-Dot, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just needed that at that time when it dropped. Like, oh my gosh, she's just amazing. My third would be, Purple Van Forever, Good Kid, Mad City. My fourth, Damn. I'm probably have to put Damn second and then move Mr. Morale third and then Mr. Morale third and then I'm gonna do Good Kid, Mad City, and then I'll put GNX.
Good Kid, Mad City fourth? I wouldn't have guessed that. I definitely wouldn't have guessed that.
I mean, it's...
So you say GNX fifth? I'm sorry, I think I jumped in.
Are we going from least? Which way we going?
Best.
I feel like
from
that was
first
shade.
to last.
Last
I do
is
love
the best.
Good Kid, Mad City though. Like, it's hard. Damn was such a powerful project. It's hard to put Damn at the end. I can't.
Yeah.
So you got this fifth?
GNX.
As best?
No, as number 5.
In order.
Got it. Okay.
I would say To Pimp a Butterfly is number 1 for me. Cause that
I'm just saying.
That album was cinematic for me. It was cinematic. Like, close your eyes and listen to the album.
Me too.
I swear it's a movie.
The way it come on.
Just how it comes on. From the interludes and the... Stop it. 2 would have to be Damn. Because again, for me, it was like he's taking you on a ride. He's taking you on a journey. Close your eyes, you can see it. Mr. Morale and Big Steppers would be 3. To Pimp a Butterfly would be... Ooh, hold on. Wait a minute.
You already did Pimp.
GNX has to be 4th. Because...
Good kid,
I swear about half them streams was me. Me alone. I have been listening to GNX and only GNX for the last 3.5 weeks. And then the last one I would have to say is To Pimp a Butterfly.
You mean Good Kid, Mad City?
I'm sorry. Wait. Good Kid, Mad City was
You
first.
put To Pimp a Butterfly first.
Oh, I did.
So is Good Kid, Mad City first?
Good Kid, Mad City first.
Okay.
And then To Pimp a Butterfly.
That makes a little bit more sense.
Okay.
I apologize.
My list made sense, Jay, while you shading.
Well, no, not even say, just based off of her breakdown, right? Because she was saying how cinematic it was. And when I was thinking cinematic, I was thinking Good Kid, Mad City.
Oh, okay.
As opposed to, but,
Okay.
I mean, not to say it's not, but like, it's Good Kid, Mad City is wrote out like a movie.
It is.
It is. So is To Pimp
It
a
is
Butterfly.
a John Singleton movie.
I can see that.
I don't know. For me, I would say I'm gonna have to say To Pimp a Butterfly first for me as well.
Don't even do it.
No, it's
clown. You just
No.
trying to clown me.
I didn't try to clown you.
Yes,
I was
you
talking.
did.
I was literally
Oh
talking
my
about
gosh,
real.
You did. You did.
I
It
tried
had
to
me
clown
He's
you.
reconsider-
a gaslighter, people.
It had me reconsidering my list when you said that. I had to.
Okay, so
Jay tried to shame me.
I wasn't trying to shade you. I wasn't trying to shade you. Well, I'm trying to say, so I would put Pimp first for the reason of the cultural significance. Like, I feel like it's a black album to its core, and it really relates to a lot of the issues and different things that we have going on. So that takes it to the top for me. But one of the most layered albums that he put out was Good Kid, Mad City. So I was going back and forth between Good Kid, Mad City and Pimp a Butterfly.
Me too.
So really that could probably flip any other day. So, but if I were to say right now, I say Pimp, Good Kid, Mad City, Damn, because Kendrick took it where nobody thought he could take it that time too, because he was like, man, I can do hits. Like, the whole album was hits, and it was in depth, which was crazy. After that, I still count Untitled as an album. I don't know if we should here.
I love Untitled.
I count Untitled as an album. I got Untitled fourth for me. Yeah. Then I got GNX, and then last I got Mr. Morale.
I'm pretty much like in order, but To Pimp a Butterfly is not my number one. Sorry, Jay.
No worries.
I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm gonna say Good Kid, Mad City, definitely number one. Holds a special place in my heart. How I felt about Gen X was how I felt when I first heard Good Kid, Mad City. And it was just that feeling. I think it may have just been the situation. I think I was just in college, homesick, and to hear that album, I was like, oh, okay, I'm at home. I feel something. I feel a little piece of something. But yeah, so anyway, Good Kid, Mad City, I'll say number one. To Pimp a Butterfly, number two. Yeah, Damn, number three, Mr. Morale, number four, and GNX, number five.
All right, man. Y'all let us know what y'all favorite albums is. Rate them 1 through 5, 1 through 6, if you counting Untitled. Man, let us know. Leave it in the comments. Do you think To Pimp a Butterfly is number one worthy? Do you not? Do you think Good Kid goes over that? You know, let us know what your thoughts are in the comments, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It's Music for Breakfast. Matter of fact, we on the GNX album right now. We talking all things Kendrick Lamar. We gonna get into the number 5 pick. My pick off the album. It's so many, man. I love a lot of joints, but the one I'm just on repeat right now is Peakaboo.
What they talking about? They ain't talking about none. What they talking about? They ain't talking about none. What they talking about? They ain't talking about none. What they talking about? They talking about Peakaboo.
So this song is featured by AZ Chike. He's an LA-based rapper. The producers on this record are Soundwave, Bridgewave, and Sean Momberger. These are some producers that are throughout the entire GNX album. These producers have also just rolled with Kendrick for a while through his albums. These are Grammy Award-winning producers, so you could hear it in his music. A little bit more about the song Peakaboo in particular. I ran across an interview with Power 106 LA, and AZ Chike, he talked about just the recording process with Kendrick Lamar. Originally, he was supposed to just be on the hook. It was supposed to be AZ Chike on the hook. And he said that he ran into some problems a little bit. It was a tongue twister for him. He really couldn't get it out. He worked with Kendrick. Kendrick worked with him. And but fortunately, because the song is still great, he wasn't able to really hit the hook like that.
The whole song fire to me, man. You know what I'm saying? What they talking about? They talking about what they talking about now.
You got that E40 going on.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah. There were also 4 different versions of this same song, so it would be kind of dope to hear the different versions that he had.
Man, I have a specific bar that I really, a couple bars I really like on that song, but we know what we highlight those and what we like to call the bar breakdown with Jay Manning.
What's up? It's your boy Jay Manning, and now we're going into the bar breakdown. The bar breakdown is reserved for lyricists only. It's meant to highlight some of the best lines in our favorite songs, detailing hidden meanings, and of course, breaking down dope lines. So on today's bar breakdown, I want to highlight the whole GNX album. We're doing it a little bit different this time. I want to kind of poll my teammates here and get some of their favorite bars from the album. Kia, what's one of your favorite lines from the album?
Let me find that favorite line with Jay.
Okay, Tay, so what's one of your favorite lines from the album?
I made Peakaboo. Broke bit bending, I cannot be your man. Never got his ass whooping till he opened up that can. Damn, probably hit me bands, I'ma slam. Jam freak, bitch, I like my Mac touching yams. Play that option around me, I'ma tell you, turn it off. Heard what happened to your man? Not sorry for your loss. Should've prayed before them shooter came nailed to the cross. I let your boy get a pass, man, he lucky you saw for real. What they tell me, they tell me that, what they tell me, they tell me that, what they tell me, they tell me that, what they tell me, they tell me that. Yeah. Oh my gosh,
man, when you get a chance, when you get that opportunity, you gotta shine.
Bruh,
boy did his thing.
That verse was beasted for me. I will play. It's only like 2 minutes, but I play it over and over because he just slid so hard on that song, man. When he said, "Allie hook me bands, I'ma slam." Boy, that's what I'm talking about. Allie hook me some bands, I'ma slam. Jam freak, bitch, I like my Mac touching yams. I do like my macaroni and cheese with the mix touching the yams.
How can I get this?
It's only right.
It's only right, you know.
I don't think he was talking about that macaroni.
He's
and
not
cheese
talking about that,
or
but
them yams.
He's not talking about that, but I think that he probably likes the food like that too.
No, yeah, it worked. It worked. I love it, and that's what makes it a great record for real. Like,
talking about
makes it go hard. Double entendre.
What are you talking about? You talking about nothing?
No.
Rail, you got something in the chamber? What's one of your favorite lines?
Every time I hear, everything off the album, but every time I hear this bar, I chuckle inside. He said, "Bitch with him is some bitch in him. That's a lot of bitch. Don't hit him. He got kids with him. I apologize."
Yeah, that was a cold bar right there.
Definitely.
What you got, Kia?
So my favorite is this one verse from Man at the Garden. And I really, when he said it, I was like, yo, I feel this. Like, I think like I am bred just the same way. I'm waking up at 6 a.m., 6 miles a day, conditioning my win. I said, I deserve it all. Showing up as your friend, telling truths better than your next of kin. I said, I deserve it all. I never asked for too much credit. Seeking validation just for the aesthetics. Bitch, I deserve it all. I see you as a human first. Even when you don't understand your worth, bitch, I deserve it all. I felt that. I am that.
You are that.
I am that. You know, I believe that. Every single word, I believe that. I just love that. So that is my favorite. That's just what keeps somebody like he and I consistent as a human being. And I just felt that. You know what I mean?
It's real, man. I love so many of Kendrick's songs that he does that. It's like affirmations. You're talking into existence. You think of how many lines that we recite that are just like straight BS. And you know, words give power, so it may not be the best things for you to be reciting. Yeah. You sit there and you recite that. Come on now.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna recite over and over. Allie hook me bands, I'm gonna slam.
There you go.
Yeah, you like your Max and your yams.
Well, then he had that other one.
Play the option around me. I'm gonna tell you, turn it off.
Means you like what I like.
Said, nigga feel like he entitled because he knew me since a kid. Bitch, I cut my granny off and she don't see it how I see it.
Oh, I felt that one too.
Yeah. I stood up and I felt seen.
I feel that though.
Because some people think
I stood up and I felt seen.
Yeah, people just think they could just you know, as you grow older, they think they can still play with you like you don't know nothing.
And be saying stuff.
That line, it was a ball.
Jay, what you got?
You know, Kia kind of stole mine, so I'm going to go back and steal one of hers that she mentioned a long time ago.
What you talking about?
Mustard. Just that line by itself. Like, it speaks so many volumes. It has layers to it. Like before I even seen the memes, it was anime. It was Goku. It was charging up.
Yeah.
It was the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah.
It was the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah. It was everything. It was like Jimmy Fallon's Super Snooker, like coming off the top rope. Like it had so much energy in it. And
but shout out to Heinz for understanding the assignment.
Say, bitch, I'm ketchup.
Okay.
And whoever in the marketing over there at Heinz, that man deserves a raise.
Brand under the sun seemed like they jumped on that train as soon as it happened.
Period.
If you have any type of mustard anywhere in your operation.
Hey, man, y'all let us know what y'all favorite bar is from the album. What line y'all like, a couple bars. I had a whole verse, you know what I'm saying? It was just lit, man. GNX album, we talk about it. Kendrick Lamar. Jay with the bar breakdown. Man, we're going to get right back into the conversation talking about Kendrick Lamar. Let's talk about the beef that's going on because there's so much going on. Kia, let us know what's happening.
So let's jump into this Drake lawsuit breakdown. Now, we already know the beef is going on between Kendrick and Drake. If you didn't know or you missed it, I'm sorry for you, but I'm sure you caught up in the first, half of our podcast or our platform. But in November 2024, Drake filed a petition against Universal Music Group and Spotify under the New York law claiming that they had conspired to artificially inflate the popularity of Kendrick Lamar's record, Not Like Us, to deceive consumers into believing that the song was more popular than it actually was in reality.
Drake telling UMG, it's y'all fault that he's winning the Grammy for this, man. Because everybody really didn't like it.
What's crazy is he decided to file the lawsuit like after how many single testers did he put out? And like pump faking songs with Yachty and I just had a whole bunch of stuff that he was trying that wasn't working. Fact. And nobody liked it. It was like he put out like 10,000 hours of video. Mm-hmm. Man. And then the last thing he was like, oh, that didn't work either? Yeah. Oh, guess I gotta do the lawsuit.
But it was cool when it worked for him though.
I ain't gonna really say what I want to say, but
what you want to say?
It sounds like what he's doing sounds like a stereotype. Like, what are you doing this for?
A Karen.
To fall into the position that they said that you were in? You're truly not like us, my friend. Like, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
You from Canada, eh?
Canada, eh? Canada dry over there, aren't you?
Well, his attorneys accused UMG of violating the RICO Act and using the deceptive business practices for false advertising. Furthermore, UMG stated in their response that the allegations were offensive and untrue, and that they would never do anything to undermine any artists that's signed to the label, and that fans choose who they actually want to listen to. So Drake continued to whine and later filed a second petition against UMG under the Texas law, claiming defamation by failing to halt the release of the song, falsely accusing him of being a sex offender. He also accused UMG of funneling payments to iHeartRadio as a part of a pay-to-play scheme to promote Not Like Us on the radio. So that is why Drake is mad.
What's crazy is it feels like Drake feels that he's on top of the world playing King of the Hill, and if he lets go of this position, he ain't never gonna get it back.
No,
I think he's afraid of falling off the top. And here's the thing. I don't see how you can have an ego big enough to allow yourself to try to sue the entire music business. Like, do you think, I don't know, maybe he is. What do y'all think? Do you think he's big enough to actually try to pull something off? Because what he's asking for, now. But do you think it's going to get close, or do you think they're just going to completely shut him down?
I think he's big enough to do what he's doing now, to whine about it and to feel like this is unfair, because being at the top for so long, it does get scary when you just get completely wiped away. And right now he's kicking and screaming because, he's scared. And it doesn't feel good when you're not on the top no more. Like you said, it's almost like he's choosing a stereotype, and that stereotype that he's choosing to lead with, that's what they do.
What's crazy is like Puff was on top of the world till he sued the liquor company that was feeding him. One of the biggest brands, oldest brands in the country, in the world. Let me say that. And then now we see where he's at. I think Drake should, tread a little carefully. You start pulling at the wrong strings, you may get the wrong doors to open.
Listen, let the chips fall where they may. Right now,
it's too late now. He done did it.
What he talking about? He's talking about nothing.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? We're talking about this album, GNX, right here. Kendrick Lamar on Music for Breakfast. Yo, he just dropped the album. If you ain't heard it, you don't know where you been, because it's been everywhere. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And the big game is around the corner. And you know what big game I'm talking about, because he's going to be on the halftime show, and he is going to have everybody screaming, OVO, OVO. We talk about GNX right here, Music for Breakfast. We got more Kendrick talk coming up, but for right now, we on the playlist. Number 4 song. Jay, what's your favorite song?
I'm gonna go with Man at the Garden.
Yes.
A little bit of Trey Young in the house.
Twice emotional stability, a sound body and tranquility. I deserve it all.
So, of course, this record uses Nas's One Mic sample, backed by a skill team, again, of Grammy Award-winning producers like Soundwave, Jack Antonoff. The title of Man at the Garden seems to symbolize a biblical reference. Some may say the Garden of Eden, meaning like a place where the ultimate reward and peace is found. You can hear that throughout the song, where Kendrick is like listing the actions and the qualities that justify him for deserving it all. And if you're thinking in a biblical context, deserving to be in the Garden of Eden. So you can also think of this garden as another biblical reference of being in the Garden of Gethsemane. And this is the place where Jesus wrestled with his fate before his crucifixion, where he sat among Peter, James, and Paul right after the final or the Passover meal. So if you think about it, him being in this garden, this kind of sets the tone for the song, for Kendrick, drawing parallels between struggles, the same struggles that Jesus drew parallels to with the emotional turmoil, thus jumping into the themes of purpose, betrayal, sacrifice, redemption. So, yeah, just to get a little deep, a little heavy on this song, because he titled it so ambiguous and Man at the Garden, you just got, it's Kendrick, and you got to dig deep and, think about the different perspectives.
We're talking about Kendrick Lamar, GNX right here, Music for Breakfast. We're going to get into what we like to call the health inspection with Kia KC Walker.
Yo, what's up? It's Kia KC Walker, and we are hopping into the health inspection. And for those that are new here or just back again, the health inspection is simply just my journalistic approach of telling you, the people, what's going on in the world right in front of our faces, behind our back, just in case you missed this and potentially how it affects us as a people. So first on the list on our health inspection is Canada is threatening to cut off energy to the United States over Trump's proposed tariff. This is coming from Black Information Network. So the Prime Minister of Ontario, Canada, Doug Ford, is threatening to come after Trump because he is imposing a 25% tax on imports from Canada and Mexico unless they halt the flow of migrants and drugs into the United States. Trump previously pledged this 25% tariff on all goods from Mexico and Canada, and an additional 10% tariff on Chinese goods on the first day of his presidency. Now, according to reports, roughly 60% of the nation's crude oil imports and 85% of the electricity imports do come from Canada. It's unclear if Ford was referring to all Canadian provinces cutting off the energy to the United States or just his province, because he is in Ontario. But this is set to take place on either January 20th or January 21st, the date of his inauguration. So next on the health inspection, President Joe Biden is commuting the sentences of roughly 1,500 people and pardoning 39 people, what the administration considers is the biggest single-day act of clemency in modern-day history. And this is per CNN. These nearly 1,500 people whose sentences are being commuted are people who were placed in home confinement during the pandemic. They were deemed to have displayed clear commitment or rehabilitation to their communities. The 39 pardons were granted to individuals who were convicted of nonviolent crimes and considered to have demonstrated records of giving back to the country. The names of the clemency recipients have not been publicly released. In New Jersey, they have been seeing mysterious drone sightings. This is coming from CNN. So at least 12 of New Jersey's 21 counties have reported these sightings. The drones have also been spotted over Staten Island. Now, the FBI has received over 3,000 tips from the public about these drones, which are mostly occurring at night. And this has started since November 18th. That's a lot of spotted drones, 3,000 within just a month. Some people have described these drones as the size of bicycles or small cars. New Jersey residents have described these flying over their heads, sometimes in clusters. The U.S. Coast Guard and also the Department of Homeland Security has said that one of its assets had encountered the drone. Currently, right now, the FBI and the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and other federal agencies continue to deploy personal technology to investigate the situation. However, they cannot confirm that these are foreign identities in the sky.
That's just so crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like this whole situation. I heard like buses, size of buses, and excuse me, SUVs, and it's just like. And then they came out today, I think, or yesterday, and said something about these are manned aircrafts, but they're still not saying who they are. But my thing is, they wouldn't allow them to be there if they didn't want to. Like, there would have been something scrambled, some type of defense if they wanted to, if they didn't allow it.
Or if they don't know what it is and they're just letting it be there. That's the even scarier part. And I think that's the issue, is that they're not getting a hold of the Pentagon, who technically, if you do see these sightings and it is considered a foreign object or identity in the sky, then they have to address it. But until then, they can't move. And so now you have these 3,000 sightings of these random drones just above your head. I don't know. That just doesn't set well with me. I
seen some video of like a light spear, like a spear that was just made out of light that was floating in the sky last night or something. Some dude in Jersey took it. I'm seeing like all kind of videos on TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok is going to definitely show you.
This is Kia KC Walker, and that wraps up the health inspection.
Thank you, Kia KC, for that health inspection. Now we're going to get back into more Kendrick talk. The beef is just crazy now. Lil Wayne, Andrew Schultz is just a whole big thing. You know what I'm saying? Even Andrew Schultz is saying that Kendrick fans are threatening his family.
First, he made it personally about himself. You know, don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That's law.
Yeah, that's the line.
So now you got every white comedian looking for their moment. And Andrew Schultz found his.
Because Kendrick didn't put a name on it.
Kendrick did not put a name on it. He just was generally speaking. Andrew Schultz put a name on it. Then Andrew Schultz doubled down on it. And he talked about buck breaking and like actually assaulting Kendrick. That's why people want to
run up on you,
threaten your family.
Yeah, man, you can't throw a stone and then hide your hand. You know, it was all fun till you started talking about ripping them. Folks ain't gonna take that nice. Like that's kind of, you know.
And I mean, we're fresh out the Me Too culture.
I mean, yeah.
Should we still in it?
What are you doing?
Sean Combs is feeling it. Another one who had an issue was Lil Wayne.
I used to bump the Carter 3, held my Rolly chain proud irony. I think my hard work Lil Wayne down.
Yeah, so Lil Wayne came back and said something.
Well, now, okay, so is the line about being old flows and telling everybody you the greatest, is that not directed at Wayne? Because Lil Wayne says he's the greatest of all time. He said, you're telling people you're the greatest, but you got them old ass flows.
I mean, anybody could have caught that straight.
Yeah, I think that straight was for everybody.
Who's saying they the greatest, though?
Pretty much
everybody say they the greatest. Jay-Z say he the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
Wayne?
He ain't even making music no more.
But I'm saying they have said it in the past. I'm pretty sure
currently,
I'm pretty sure majority people who rap says they're the best.
Jacquees thinks he's the best in R&B.
Right. But it's like his title is the greatest of all time. That's his moniker. That's what he goes by.
Yeah, I think he was just throwing that to anybody that's gonna catch it.
Because if you think about it, he said it used to be F that nigga, but now it's plural.
And I took, maybe it's just me, but I took going up your rank a couple different ways. Because it seemed like he was talking at Drake, and he said, "I'm going up your rank," almost like Lil Wayne is the boss of Drake, right? He's going up the rank, and he's like, "Yeah, anybody can get it."
So Lil Wayne went on to respond to Kendrick Lamar's verse on Whacked Out Mural saying, man, WTF I do. I just be chilling. And they still come from my head. The rapper wrote to his followers on X, formerly Twitter, saying, let's not take this kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. No one really wants destruction, not even me, but I shall if disturbed.
Now, I'll say this. Wayne is a super lyricist. And even though he be drugged up, his wordplay and everything is still amazing. But he ain't never won a battle. Like, I remember when Gilly pulled his card and he had a hit against Lil Wayne. Pum on a Yamaha, chromed out 1100. What you doing? Getting money. What you doing? Kissing niggas. Come on, Gilly. So I don't think he really wants any of Kendrick Lamar in his prime. I don't see it.
Wayne has said himself in interviews that he is not a battle rapper.
Very much so.
So the sleeping giant rhetoric confuses me.
I think he's just sleepy. Like, I think that is it.
I'm not counting anybody out.
I think he's just sleeping.
But Kendrick is pissed off.
Hell of a drug.
Well, I think everybody is pissed
so
off.
I think maybe we should just leave him alone.
I think this whole beef is pulling out a lot of bitch assness in people.
Say
and
it again,
I say
kid.
it lightly, maybe. I'll say it with my
again.
chest. Because a lot of these things are uncalled for, and a lot of the things that these artists are choosing to be who these artists are choosing to be amidst the beef, it's interesting because Lil Wayne could have easily just said, Kendrick deserves this. Or my guy got it. Or congratulations. You know, those are some options. Those are some real nigga options that one could have chosen, the route they could have chosen to take. Drake could have easily bowed out and lost. But
you want to scream around too.
He wants to choose to take the
6 months later
opposite of a real nigga choice. So it's bringing out a lot of characteristics in these artists that I thought,
and apparently retiring some too, because word on the street is that's where jcole is headed.
I was surprised with jcole. You know, it started there. Is when I started to see a lot of these finicky characteristics that I was just unfamiliar with, now especially being a fan.
Now, listen, we have one of the, a big J. Cole fan up into the battle. So don't be looking, she looking both ways right now.
I'm still 10 toes for Cole.
She abandoned her post.
I am. I just don't know what happened.
He didn't want to talk shit about Kendrick.
Felt, and this is an overtime.
After he talked about Kendrick.
After you already
I'm traumatized. I'm
you
sorry.
know what was so weird though? That diss track was slaw. Like it was slaw. And then
delete later. Should have never posted.
He said, "This is. I can't say I have anything against Cole or Port Antonio because I like that song. But this song that he put out to Kendrick was horrible. This nigga literally tried to go To Pimp a Butterfly and said it was overhyped. I said, what?
Relax.
I said, what? You know that's not true. You know that's not true. Like, so that's probably why he recanted, because he was like, man, I done messed up already.
And these are the characteristics that are just so foreign to me.
And it goes back to what you just said, Kia. It just brings it out.
It just brings it out.
I don't equate the apology with bitch assness though.
It has
I think that
is definitely bitch assness in hip hop,
bro.
Yes,
in hip hop.
In hip hop, yes,
but
you're right.
Are we not evolving?
Yeah, we are, but we're not losing our code.
Exactly.
Like, you don't just...
You can't lose it.
Yeah, I mean, he did get challenged. You know what I mean? I can see it.
You playing dirty right now,
Come
Jay.
on now.
He got challenged and
Come on, Jay.
And he ain't stepped up.
We've seen this before, and we're gonna blame it on his lighter side.
I'm just saying, just keep it hip hop, keep it P. If you step up and then you back out, just be prepared to get clowned.
You don't see two of your friends going at it. And a real muff is gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna stay over here. They're gonna figure it out.
See,
but
I talk shit about my friends.
No, I'm not gonna get involved. They just gonna
shit.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pinch the nigga, but no, I ain't mean it though. What? Then why did you do anything? Why did you say anything?
You just
Who
sit it out.
asked for you? Not once, but twice. Why are you still apologizing?
We have to also remember that J. Cole also did something similar when he played basketball in Rwanda. And he had 3 preliminary games, scoring a total of 5 points, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds.
My boy had a whole rollout though.
Bruh.
He was on
We've
NBA
seen
2K
this
that year.
before.
Go home, Jermaine.
Man, let us know what y'all think about this beef. Team Cole, Team Drake, Team K-Dot. Like, what y'all think, man?
Team Lil Wayne.
Team Wayne. Yo, leave it in the comments, man. We're going to keep it moving right here. We got the countdown going on. Top Kendrick songs, what y'all favorites are, man. Let us know in the comments right now. Real Roulette, what's your favorite Kendrick song off of this GNX album?
I gotta go with TV off. The live instruments. Mustard!
All I ever wanted was a black Grand National. Fuck being rational, give them what they asked for.
TV Off is the second single off the GNX album, and it features guest vocals by LA rapper Lefty Gunplay. It was also produced by Soundwave and Jack Antonoff, Mustard, and Sean Momberger, and a few other producers. The song contains samples from MacArthur Park by Monk Higgins, along with a snippet of horns from The Black Hole Overture, composed by John Barry for the soundtrack from the film The Black Hole in 1979. And it also has some inspiration from Kick in the Door by the Notorious B.I.G. With TV Off, this sets Kendrick Lamar as replacing himself at number 1 on the Hot R&B and Hip Hop Songs chart.
Appreciate that fact right there, kid. This is Music for Breakfast. We're talking about Kendrick Lamar GNX album. Yo, I think we got to pause for the calls because Real Roulette got some smoke.
It's your girl, Real Roulette. What's up, friends? What's up, friends? Pile on in to the smoking section where the tea is hazy, but the reeds be shady. Drakeisha, aka Drakeana, ma'am, I don't know what you're trying to get off right now by this lawsuit and suing UMG. I really hope it works out for you, because I'm not really seeing the trajectory. But hey, I ain't in your tax bracket, so let me mind my little regular person business. But you know, this is exactly what Kendrick was talking about. Not like us. Yeah, we don't do that. Number 2, Dwayne Michael Carter. I hope you off the road from your entitlement tour. I don't know if you've ever played childhood games such as T-ball, basketball, football. Yeah, so, you know, there's 2 categories that you can fit in there, and that's the winner and it's the loser. Now, for the big game, there are some rules and parameters, okay? Now, I've never been to a big game, never even been invited to one. Hopefully one day. But the key word is invited. Dwayne, sir, we're not invited. Nobody asked you. Ain't nobody called. Ain't nobody text your mama. Ain't nobody text Regina. You weren't asked simply because you weren't asked, Dwayne. Kendrick didn't take anything from you. Nothing was ripped from you, sir. So, I feel like you need to have a session with our second guest in the third guest, in the smoking section. And that is you rat bastard Jermaine Cole. Bring your apologizing ass on in here and sit. Not next to me, but go sit. We don't want to hear it no more, Jermaine. We don't care that you sorry. We don't care that you healing. We don't care if you meditating in the middle of Central Park with your bicycle. We don't care. You were not invited to this beef. You were slightly mentioned in the battle. Take your little blurb and run along. We weren't talking to you. We don't care about what you have to say anymore. In my prime, last 2 seats in this here smoking section, we save for our highly privileged guests. Yes, Andrew Schultz. I know you don't know me, and I don't know you either, porn stash. But you was a weird mofo. Because Mr. Dot, K-Dot, what we call him, Mr. Dot came out with a song in which he said, don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman, that's law. He was talking to us, the melanated people, aka the melanated coons that you had on that couch, that instead of punching you in your eye and dragging you off that couch, they sat there and kikied under their breath to make your weird ass feel comfortable. And then you double down on the weirdness, Mr. Andy. And you said on your platform, let me make sure I got this right, that you wanted to actually assault a grown, melanated man in the art form of buck breaking. For those who don't know, buck breaking was back in, slavery days, when the massa wanted to take a strong young buck and actually assault him in front of all of the other slaves to mentally, spiritually, and physically diminish that man. So, sir, if I am to gather all of my thoughts together, I'm not the brightest bulb in the box, but I'd say that's illegal. And if Mr. Dot were to flip that back on you, I wonder how many people in your community would have an issue with a grown man saying that he was wishing to essay another grown man. Sir, I think I would like to quote the great Lil Jon in the East Side Boys from the book of Don't Start No Ish, Won't Be No Ish. And that has been your smoking section with your girl, Raw Roulette. The tea is hazy, but the smoke gonna be shaky.
You wanna hit this shit?
Song number 2 is going to be dedicated to what I like to call Remix Ready, a creative mix of an original song. And since we're talking about the Kendrick Lamar album, this song actually did not make the album, but it has been number 1 all 2024. And you know what that is. They Not Like Us. They Not Like Us. But this is actually a mix with Wu-Tang Clan Protect Your Neck mixed with They Not Like Us. Fire. Check it out.
Smoke on the mic like smoking Joe Frazier, the Hellraiser, raising hell with the flavor.
So They Not Like Us is Kendrick Lamar's 5th installment of his series to the diss tracks directed at Drake. It premiered less than 20 hours after the previous single, Meet the Grams. And primarily this song is produced by Mustard with additional work from Soundwave and Sean Momberger. And this also marked Kendrick Lamar's 4th number 1 song to hit the U.S. Billboard Hot 100.
And it's also nominated for a Grammy. And it's going to win because that man is a winner.
Period.
So go ahead and give Kendrick a Grammy, huh? That backfired.
Period.
We're going to jump right back into the Kendrick conversation. But last topic, we're going to talk about the big game.
So the big game this year will be held at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, home of the Saints. The venue has hosted the Super Bowl 10 times before, most recently in the Super Bowl 58. Who's performing at the Super Bowl halftime, you ask? Let's think about it. Duh.
I feel good. Get the fuck out my face.
This Super Bowl halftime will be headlined by the one and only Kendrick Lamar, the 17 Grammy-winning rapper. He confirmed this performance in a dramatic YouTube video early. Why they call it dramatic? See, this why I don't be reading people's stuff. Who called this dramatic?
All right, so what's y'all predictions? Who y'all think he gonna bring out? I'm gonna predict SZA for one. He gonna bring out like it's just right.
I gotta throw J-Rock out there. Like I don't feel he's gonna go on that stage and not bring out his boys.
Be the last one, not the
Period.
stole. No
way.
Love one of you bucket headed hoes. No way.
If he do Money Trees, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Money Trees at Super Bowl would be crazy, yo.
Man.
Stupid. It would be bananas.
Backseat freestyle.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be it.
Oh
I think he would bring out Baby King.
Oh,
Baby King.
Baby King coming.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, you can
gotta
see Baby King. I can
PG
see
Lang
that.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Taylor Swift. Maybe.
She gotta walk across.
You think?
They got bad
That's
blood.
in the contract.
Bad blood.
That's in the contract. She gotta at least walk across.
Beyonce.
Do they got songs?
Yes, they got like 2. He was on Freedom, I Can't Move. That was the Vice President song.
Mm-hmm.
They have America Has a Problem together.
Who do I think Kendrick's gonna bring out? I don't know. Definitely Mustard.
You think Lil Wayne gonna come out?
No.
Well, I think Wayne could have had a chance.
Right, that's how I feel
But,
too. He messed it up. He messed it up for himself. Yeah. Like, how can you then give that man no love? Like, no love.
I mean, but he didn't have to.
Yeah.
At the same time,
This is sort
he didn't have
He
to.
also didn't have to say anything.
Yeah. All right, man. What are y'all predictions about the Super Bowl? Let us know in the comments what y'all think. Who you think he's gonna bring out? What songs you think he's gonna play? What songs do y'all think he's gonna play?
They Not Like Us.
TDR for sure.
Yeah, I mean, but he even said, walking New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling mustard. So, so that one's a guarantee. Squabble Up. I mean, they got the little dance. So
who knows, man? Y'all let us know what y'all think, man. Speaking of Squabble Up, we're gonna get into the #1 song on the playlist. It's only right. Kia, I know this is your favorite, so I'll let you do the honors.
#1 coming in is Squabble Up.
God knows. I am. Squabble Up.
So Squabble Up is the lead single from the album. This is also produced by Kendrick Lamar, Soundwave, Jack Antonoff, Bridgeway. Also have additional production by M-Tech. You're getting samples from Debbie Deb's 1984 freestyle hit, When I Hear Music. You're also getting blends of G-Funk and Hyphy mixed with Marachi influences. And the song Mariachi. Sorry, my accent didn't come through.
Hirachi.
It's just, the accent didn't kick in for me. I mean, the song debuted atop the Billboard Hot 100. The music video released November 25th, 2024, which was directed by Calmatic. It also contains lots of little Easter eggs paying homage to Nate Dogg, Mac Dre, Eazy-E, Isaac Hayes, Menace to Society. I mean, the list goes on. This man is a genius. The set and cinematography also pays homage to the music video of The Next Movement from the Roots album, Things Fall Apart, 1999. So, I mean, I can go on for days. But yes, this is Squabble Up.
Yes, and that was the #1 song on the playlist. Yo, personally, I love the whole GNX album. I play it, no skips. But for the sake of this show and the time, we gotta narrow it down to 5. You feel me? Let me know and let us know your favorite songs off the album, what y'all think about the album, all things about the album. Let us know, man, in the comment section. This is Music for Breakfast. But before the kitchen begins to close, we gotta say grace.
Who's got grace?
It's time to give thanks. On Music for Breakfast.
So in giving grace, I just want to give grace to, y'all. Jay, Rel, Tay, even the listeners and viewers right now. It feels really good to be back. It feels really good to just come back in on the same vibration, like we ain't never left before. So I just appreciate y'all.
Left something.
Everyone. You know, I appreciate that in the moment and just being able to jump right back in and having that energy.
I'm gonna start by giving grace to y'all. Thank you for welcoming me aboard on the team, on the Music for Breakfast team. Like, yo, the vibes is vibing. We definitely got some crazy conversations for y'all in 2025 and beyond. But thank y'all for welcoming me in and giving me some room to breathe with y'all and politic. But as well as the audience, man, like, welcome. We back. We Music for Breakfast. We locked in. What's up? What's happening? We appreciate y'all attention. We appreciate y'all listening. And hey, your views, comments, y'all mean something. So stick around. We're going to be here.
Yeah, man, I really want to thank y'all for all the love and everything like that. But I'm going to give it to me. I'm going to give me some grace because I made it. I'm here. I had a year. I don't know about y'all. I had a year. I had a couple years. But guess what? I'm here.
And you a baby
You here.
daddy now. 'Cause you wasn't a baby daddy at first.
Very true. Very
You the
true.
peppy.
The only baby mama
Eyes
was
the
Kim.
pappy.
You the
Eyes
peppy.
the pappy. Man, talking about no sleep. Team no sleep. We here. Yeah. In a couple years, have you?
No. Ain't been to sleep.
Man.
Hey man, we just appreciate you guys. I appreciate you all for coming back. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was a wrap because I was ready to be like, I don't know. But you know what? I said, I'm going to give this thing a go. You know what I'm saying? At least we're gonna try to see 2025 what we can do and just put our best foot forward. And I appreciate everybody for being here. Like we said, you know, a lot of life changes has happened and a lot of ebbs and flows, but just to be back, it does feel good. I was excited to be here today and excited to have music conversation, play some music, man. It just feels so good. And I appreciate Kid J, Rail Roulette, who's newcomer to the team. And that's kind of why you don't see a lot of the pictures and stuff. We got to do a photo shoot. We got to do the whole thing. But, you know, we just so blessed to have you a part of the team and blessed to have the audience be here with us. And, you know, we got a lot of great things coming, like Real said, a lot of great conversations. And, you know, just stay tuned. I appreciate everybody, you know, and I thank y'all. We always going to end on a positive note. Any production I do, you know what I'm saying, it's always going to end positive because, you know, if it wasn't for God, none of this would be possible. In Jesus' name, okay? Just so you know what God I'm talking about, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's how we do it right here on Music for Breakfast. Make sure y'all, you know, spread the word.
And let us know your thoughts and comments about today's show in the comment section below. And do not forget to hit that like button. Also subscribe and share because sharing is caring.
Also, our episode is available on our podcast, Music for Breakfast. That is Music IV Breakfast.
And make sure you leave us a 5-star rating because you know today's show was a vibe. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you can stay ahead of the game.
Special thanks to everybody listening right now. Thank you, Kid. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Real Roulette. I am Octavia March, sending nothing but love to you. We are Music for Breakfast. And until next time, never forget what the homie Strick told Jay, who told us.
Finish your breakfast.
The kitchen is officially closed and we out.
Peace.
That's the end?
Want an extra serving of Music for Breakfast? Follow them on all social media platforms at Music for Breakfast.